Imran Khan, a name that once symbolized hope, revolution, and defiance. From cricketing legend to Pakistan's prime minister, his journey seemed like a fairy tale. But behind the grand speeches and the promises of a new Pakistan lay a web of secrets, betrayals, and hidden forces pulling the strings. His fans saw him as a savior, his enemies as a power-hungry populist, and the establishment, well, their support, and later, their betrayal, changed the course of his destiny forever. Was Imran Khan's meteoric rise to power a product of the people's will? Or was it carefully engineered by forces operating behind the scenes? Was he truly the anti-establishment leader he claimed to be? Or just another pawn in Pakistan's complex political chessboard? Buckle up, because today we uncover the real story behind Imran Khan's rise, one that was never meant to be told. And if you want to hear more untold stories like this, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon for latest stories. Imran Khan, the rise, the power, and the hidden hand. The Golden Boy of Pakistan. It was 1992. The world watched as Imran Khan, Pakistan's charismatic cricket captain, lifted the World Cup trophy in Melbourne. He was a national icon, a man who had done what no Pakistani captain before him had managed. Victory, glory, immortality. But something was different that day. As the cameras flashed and the crowd erupted in cheers, Imran didn't just see a cricketing triumph, he saw something much bigger. Standing there on that podium, something changed in him. In his victory speech, instead of just thanking his team, he dedicated the win to his dream of building a cancer hospital in memory of his mother.
By winning this World Cup, personally, it means that one of my greatest obsessions in life, which is to build a cancer hospital, I'm sure that this World Cup will go a long way towards completion of this obsession.
This wasn't just an emotional moment. It was a glimpse into the mind of a man who was starting to think beyond cricket. His transformation had begun. A life of privilege, a vision of change. Born into an elite family, Khan had wealth, connections, and education. Unlike most Pakistanis, he grew up in luxury, studying at Oxford University, partying with British elites, and dating women who would later describe him as Pakistan's most charming rebel. But even in his privileged world, Imran was different. He wasn't satisfied with just being another rich kid who played cricket. Deep inside, he had a fire, a hunger to be remembered, not just as a sportsman, but as a man of destiny. In the years following his cricketing retirement, Khan focused on his charity work. He founded Shaukat Khanum Cancer Hospital, earning him massive respect from the people. Yet, the same elite circles that once admired him began whispering, Imran isn't just a retired cricketer, he's building something bigger. He wants power. And they were right. The decision that changed everything. In 1996, Imran Khan made a shocking announcement. He was entering politics, forming his own party, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, PTI, the Movement for Justice. Many laughed. A cricketer as a politician? His first rally was a disaster. Barely a few hundred people showed up. Political analysts dismissed him as a dreamer, a nobody in Pakistan's brutal political game. The establishment, the real power behind Pakistan's politics, didn't take him seriously, but that would change soon. The years of political struggle. For nearly 2 decades, Imran Khan remained on the fringes of politics. Mocked, ignored, sidelined. He was known as a one-man party, failing to win even a handful of seats in elections. But beneath the surface, something was changing. Pakistan was suffocating under corruption, dynastic rule, and economic crises. The younger generation was fed up with old-school politicians, and Imran Khan's message of justice and change began to resonate. By the mid-2000s teens, his rallies started growing. Tens of thousands came to listen. His speeches turned fiery, targeting the Sharifs and Bhuttos, the 2 families that had ruled Pakistan for decades. And then, something interesting happened. The unseen hand. Who really backed Imran Khan? This story is far from over. The truth gets even darker. Stay with us as we uncover what happened next. If you're finding this eye-opening, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the shocking revelations ahead. By 2018, PTI was no longer a joke. It was a serious contender for power, and suddenly, rumors began to swirl. Was the Pakistani military silently backing him? For decades, Pakistan's politics had been controlled by one force above all: the military establishment. Leaders rose and fell only with their approval. And now, whispers suggested that Imran Khan had become their new favorite. But why would the establishment back Imran? Simple. They saw him as an acceptable alternative to the corrupt political dynasties. Someone they could work with. Someone fresh. Someone controllable. And when the 2018 elections arrived, something unusual happened. Imran Khan won. Landslide victory. For the first time in history, a third political force had broken Pakistan's duopoly of power. But was it really a win for democracy, or a carefully orchestrated power shift? The first signs of trouble. As Prime Minister, Imran promised everything: economic reform, anti-corruption drives, a Naya Pakistan, new Pakistan. But within a year, cracks began to show. The economy crumbled, inflation skyrocketed. The military, once seen as his silent backers, began to distance themselves. People started wondering, was Imran ever really in control? Then came the biggest turning point: his rift with the military. For decades, no leader in Pakistan had survived without military support. And now, Imran was defying them. It started with a disagreement over the appointment of the new army chief. Suddenly, TV channels that once praised him started criticizing him. His allies began abandoning him. The powerful forces that had once helped him rise were now plotting his fall. In April 2022, it happened. Imran Khan was removed from office through a no-confidence vote. But Khan didn't go quietly. He called it an American conspiracy, claiming he had been removed because he refused to be a puppet of the West. His supporters poured into the streets. His rallies grew larger than ever. And then, things took a dark turn. Just when you think you've seen it all, the next chapter will change everything. Share this video with someone who needs to see this, and comment below. Do you think Imran Khan was a victim or a master strategist? Arrest warrants, police raids, assassination attempts. Imran Khan was no longer just a politician. He was a rebel against the system itself. But was he truly a victim, or had he become the very thing he once fought against? Stay tuned. The real drama is just beginning.